The reason that Trump is attacking Venezuela is the same reason he has been targeting Mexico and Canada for over a year now. Now, Trump has been threatening to annex Canada since November of 2024, annexing being invading, occupying the country. But back in March of 2025, he put out an executive order called Safeguarding the Nation. It has a big long name. But basically, it initially started about tariffs, but what they were talking about was the IEEPA, the IEPA, which is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. But a lot of what they focused on in this executive order had to do with fentanyl coming through the borders, through Canada and through Mexico. And if you look at the bottom down here, it says, both nations' failure to arrest traffickers, seize drugs, or coordinate with U.S. law enforcement constitutes an unusual and extraordinary threat to America's security, demanding IEPA action to force accountability and protect American lives. Trump has been declaring Canada a threat to national security for over a year now. He keeps bringing this up when it's convenient, and a lot of people around the world will say, like, oh, he's just joking. They're not really going to annex. They're not really going to take over. The 51st state is a joke. But he keeps using this. He keeps pressing this button against Canada and Mexico, and this is the same kind of stuff that he is saying about Venezuela and why they have done 30 attacks, 30 bombings of vessels since September in the Caribbean and the Pacific, the Eastern Pacific. It's also why this executive order came out on December 15th. They designated fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction. With this designation, it allows the U.S., the White House, the president, to have a lot more power than he previously did. And it allows them to target certain countries. And it kind of goes back to like the Patriot Act and things that stemmed out of 9/11 that were really dangerous, that gave the president more power and less oversight. But the same thing that is coming up with fentanyl, and the reason they're saying they're attacking Venezuela, they're not saying it's about oil, they're saying it's about Venezuela. That's why they designated Maduro the head of a drug cartel, which he is not. You know, the man is a dictator, but he's not the head of a drug cartel. But the fentanyl is the thing that they keep pressing the button on to be able to go into other countries and get the things that they want. And with Canada, it's the natural resources. We know that they want the critical minerals in Canada. They want them in Greenland. So we know that those things are on the line. But pay very close attention. I know that right now things are about Venezuela, but we have to keep in mind that this is what Canadians have been warning the world about for quite some time now.